Who are you really? Hello, everybody. Tom here. I want to talk today about the idea of the ever changing you. Now, recently coming to a new year, there's always a big new year, new me thing that's rammed down everybody's throats, which frankly does my head in. I've got to be honest with you. And then there's the big focus on New Year's resolutions and being better and this, that, and the other. The fact of the matter is, we're not the same people that we were 6 months ago, a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. We're always changing. We're always evolving. Most people are. Some people stay the same out of, I don't know, fear or scarcity or being stuck or feeling stuck and refuse to have any sort of positive change in their life. But I'm a great believer that throughout life we evolve. We like snakes, we shed skin. We shed layers of ourselves. That doesn't mean that that version of us is dead. What it means is that we've leveled up, we've changed. And this is very true of myself. If you saw me 10 years ago, you'd see a very different person. Very different person who'd not gone through some of the things that I have now, to make me as I am today. Situations shape us. People can change the way that we are. I'm not saying that you should change to suit others. Absolutely not. Be true to yourself. What I'm saying is, do you know who you really are? Do you know what it is you really want? Are you somebody that strives for better in their life? Are you somebody that others look up to? Are you somebody that simply pleases themselves and does not care what anybody else thinks? There's nothing wrong with that, to a degree. Or are you somebody that has not really embraced change and is the same as they were 20 years ago? And if you are, there is no judgment here, okay? My channel is not about that. But what I am here to say is, I had the conversation with my younger sister on Boxing Day, and she remarked how I had changed so much since I was a teenager. Well, without giving away my age, most of you are smart enough to realise how old I am, and I'm not here to tell you it doesn't matter, it's irrelevant. That's a long time ago. I'm not going to be the same at this age as I was at that age. And people have to understand that. The essence of who you are and what you are does change. It does fluctuate due to life experiences, due to the things that have happened, due to your mind state. Sometimes it's maturity, sometimes it's realisation that how you were then isn't right for you now. And it shouldn't be. You can't be the same in your 30s as you was as a 10-year-old person. You can't. It's impossible. Priorities change, life changes. Your thought patterns change. Your priorities massively shape what you do. My priorities is this house that I own. This is mine. This is my mortgage that I've got to pay every month. My car outside, I have to pay for that. What else? Food, water, all the basic essentials that we all have every day that we take for granted in the first world. Those are my priorities. For some of you, it's your family, it's your wife, it's your children, it's your grandchildren. Everybody's different, but ultimately what I'm trying to get at is, do we really know who we are? Is who we are a constantly moving thing? Sometimes it's moving slowly and we don't realise. Sometimes it's drastically changing. We are not who we were from 1 minute to the next. Some would say it's split personality, schizophrenia, whatever, but we are always growing, we're always changing. You know, I watch my parents now as they're getting older, and the change is there. That perhaps even they've noticed it a little bit as well. But it's expected. It's expected at their age that that's going to happen. It's expected as I get older and my siblings get older that we are going to change, and what we want from life will ultimately change. The question is, do we really know deep down what it is we want and who we are? And that is something that we perhaps seek on a daily basis. And I think there are a lot of people out there that don't really know what they want, and ultimately don't really know who they are not connected to who they are in essence. And that is an issue, and can be an issue. Anyway, I'm going to leave you with that thought, because we all need to know who we are and what we want ultimately. And sometimes it's not as clear as night and day. This is my third and final video. I want to say thank you all ever so much for listening. I really appreciate your time and energy spent on my channel. Thank you kindly. Third and final, as I said, please put down in the comment section below, what's your thoughts on this? Do you know yourself? Do you feel you know yourself? Things change, people change, times change. Ultimately, there are some things that will always remain the same about you, your morals, that sort of thing. But there are other times when things can't help but change, you know? You get forced into a situation that completely alters how you feel about stuff. So remember that and be okay with that, okay? Please, if you would, consider hitting that subscribe button down below, sorry. Please consider giving me a thumbs up and a like. I'd really appreciate that. And let's hit that bell sign go ding dong so you'll know when my next content's out. Back next week with another 3, but until then, all of you, please take care of yourselves and bye for now.